Charging the EV has historically been ridiculously slow compared to just filling up a tank of petrol or diesel in the gas station. But BYD just fixed that. And we're here at BYD headquarters to check it out. What you're about to see has never been possible until now. I want to see the secrets behind the scenes. How can you charge this EV that fast, which is pretty much impossible? We're here now. So in a bit, they're gonna start the demonstration just behind there outside when the rain's gonna stop. And then we're gonna see this amazing secret of how you can charge the car full in literally a couple of minutes. And I think we might be doing a world record, so let's see. So in order to understand why this demonstration is so amazing and game-changing, let's talk about the major issues, as this is why most people aren't sure about EVs and the battery technology and haven't switched from ICE yet. And I'm sure it doesn't come to you as a surprise that the first major issue is about charging, the charging speed in particular. Even the best cases of EV charging would take about 20 minutes from 10% to full, but can also range from about 20 minutes to 24 hours depending of the charging speed and the speed the car can receive the charge. The second major issue is the cost of public charging, which is still absolutely extortionate, being one of the main reasons why people aren't switching from ICE to EVs if they don't have the charger at home, or they can't install the charger at home. Let's say you're living in a condo in London. The third major issue is to do with the whole power grid infrastructure. Currently, in the UK, the power grid is almost at its knees trying to provide all the power to all the new EVs flooding the market. To put that in perspective, the maximum fuse fitted to a UK house is a 100 ampere fuse, which would mean a max house power draw of 24 kilowatts. Now, if you go to a public charger and charge your EV at 250 kilowatts, providing that your car supports that, that's pulling about 10 times the amount of power than the maximum of a whole house. Now, imagine you've got 10 EVs charging at the charging station. They're pulling the equivalent power of a whole housing estate consisting of 100 houses. And that's just 10 EVs charging at the same time. So how are we able to have the power to all these new EVs without building a whole new set of nuclear power plants? Well, this is where the brand new BYD flash charging technology comes in. We were one of the first people in the UK to actually see that in action. And if I'm not mistaken, that was the UK's charging speed record of all time. What you're about to see has never been possible until now.
Welcome everyone. In front of you, you have the very first flash charger from BYD here in the UK. We are working on building a flash charging network. So a network that can charge cars in less than 10 minutes fully all around Europe. This will change completely the way that people experience electric cars. BYD is introducing this technology in the Denza Z9 GT, which is a premium car, but over time this technology will be introduced in more and more vehicles, so everyone will be able to experience. So in order to start, we need a volunteer. Welcome. And we will do something that many users do every day. Just stop at the charging station, approach it, take the gun out and go to the vehicle. As you can see, this charging system has a solution to all the cables high up. So it's very easy. With one hand you can do it. And you can open the lap of your vehicle, remove the covers, and just enter the gun. As simple as that. Very good. Now, the car and the charger, like in all charging systems, are performing a handshake, so they're communicating. And in a few seconds, it starts charging. We can see here, we started at 10%, and it's going very fast.
That's ridiculous.
So we're already at 12. And many people ask, okay, how fast is the car charging? does it really matter? The point is that we have more than 1 megawatt of energy that is now being injected into the vehicle, which is a tremendous amount of power. But in reality, this speed are important only if you really care about techie stuff. In reality, most people don't care. They only focus on when I can leave, when I can get to my destination. And that's the overall point of this technology, giving time back to people. So we started with 10%, and in a few seconds, we will already be able to reach 20%. Boom, 20%. In less than 1 minute, we already charge 10% of the battery. This will allow us to get, for instance, to Stonehenge from here. This technology actually keeps it stable, so maximum power for a very long amount of time. So the curve is actually not a curve, it's just a flat line. And boom, 32%. You don't even notice, we already added 20% to the battery in 2 minutes. So at this pace, our first target is to reach 70%, and we are aiming to get it in 5 minutes. That is incredible. If any of you is driving an electric car, you know that if you want to reach 70%, so add 60% to your battery, you need to wait 20-25 minutes, not 5.
It's 40% already. It's 40%.
So we're about to reach 3 minutes, boom, 44%. And it keeps on running very, very fast. This is the beauty of this technology. This is possible thanks to the Blade Battery Generation 2. This is a technology that BYD has been working on for many, many years. In 2020, the Blade Technology Generation 1 was introduced, structural element of the vehicle, very efficient use of space, and very efficient use of cooling. So the battery could perform very well and be very reliable. The Generation 2 takes it to a new level, being able to cool off the battery even better, new chemistry, so the electrons can flow very fast and we can reach this 10C charging speed. So we have been charging for about 4 minutes now, almost 60%. 60% in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So we can go from here to York or Cardiff with 4 minutes and 20-second charge.
Wow.
Isn't that incredible? We are going to keep this pace all the way to 70%. Then it will decrease a little bit, but go still very, very fast until we reach 90%. At 90%, it will decrease as naturally it happens, but in few seconds, we will be able to go from 90 to 97%, which is incredible. 3, 2, 1. 70% in 5 minutes and 20 seconds. We are at 96% in 8 minutes and 40 seconds. We are about to get to 97% where we will stop, and we're about 97% in 8 minutes and 57 seconds. This is a new record. So less than 9 minutes. So the battery is full, and you might ask why we stop at 97%.
Okay, what just happened? We charged the car from 10% to 97% full in 8 minutes and 57 seconds. That is incredible. The reason why it's not 100% is so that there would still be some capacity left in the battery to take advantage of regenerative braking and absorbing that to the battery. I've uploaded the full demonstration in full without any cuts onto our Cars from Mars channel, so you can see it in full. In essence, the BYD flash charging with the Blade 2.0 technology is able to charge the Denza Z9 GT from 10% to 70% in 5 minutes, full in 9 minutes, and in cold temperature like minus 30 degrees Celsius at extra 3 minutes. Wow. But let's break down the technology and get into the nitty-gritty here. Firstly, the demonstration car here is the new Denza Z9 GT with a 120 kilowatt hour battery, which is BYD's high-end brand and has the second generation Blade battery technology, allowing it to be charged at up to 1.5 megawatts. Mega, that term mega, has not been in the vocabulary of EV charging before. Well, now it is. That is 1.5 million watts or 1,500 kilowatts. I don't think you've seen those numbers in a sentence before. One of the main secrets here is a much higher voltage architecture. The second generation operates at 1,000 volts, which is more than double the first generation. And high voltage is better here because high current, measured in amps, means producing more heat, and heat is the enemy here. It's bad for the batteries. If they get too warm, you need to cool them down, and that takes energy, resulting in inefficiency. But by raising the voltage to 1,000 volts, they're able to use the same cable's size and type as you would see in a normal charging station now, and not produce any more heat than usual, resulting in a much faster speed of charging and a much efficient charging. The Blade 2.0 technology has some other benefits as well, like higher cell energy density, meaning more battery power at the same volume, which will benefit the range of the BYD EVs. It's not just the Denza Z9 GT that has the Blade 2.0 technology, but also the charger. See those grey boxes next to the Denza? They are also filled with the Blade 2.0 batteries. So this is where all the secrets are lying. Inside there, this allows that Denza that's just out of the shot to be charged at 1.5 megawatts. Look, this is not even big. Look how small this is. This contains loads of batteries. It's amazing. Even if the BYD flash charger has a grid connection of only 500 kilowatts, which is pretty standard, it's still able to charge multiple cars at more than 1 megawatt speed. It means no extra strain on the grid than a normal EV charging station, but a much higher output. I was able to ask some really high-end guys at BYD whether there will be a situation where you would have to wait for the charging station to be charged fully by the grid in order to charge your EV at the megawatt power. And they said that this is not very likely at all that this would happen, because by the time the car is charged and another car gets plugged in, the station has already fully recharged itself from the grid. And this is a great segue to our final point, which is the cost. The charging station consists of huge batteries. Now we're able to charge them at a time when electricity cost is lower, for example, at night. That would mean a much cheaper charging cost to the end user, like me and you. No wonder BYD is the #1 EV manufacturer in the world, as they have cracked the battery technology. This is an amazing achievement in the EV charging history, and soon we'll be able to see this technology become more common. I can't wait for this to roll out to their lower end EVs, and I can only imagine what the Blade 3.0 technology would look like and be able to do. Thanks BYD for allowing us to see your latest technology, be part of the unofficial UK charging record, and hopefully we can take a look at the Denza Z9 GT and give it a full Cars for Mars video. Thank you very much guys for watching. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below, because I know this is only about the cars, but imagine if the same technology would roll out to other parts, because most of our life is run by electricity. This is exciting, right? Let me know what you think.